Hi everyone, my name is Theresa and I'm at the YMCA of Greater Omaha, and I'm here today to take you through a sequence of chair stretches and some breathing exercises to kind of help you open up after maybe a long day of sitting at your desk, or maybe give you an opportunity to recenter and focus on some of the more positive aspects of your life right now. So for this section of work, all you're going to need is a chair, and I really want to encourage you to have a bottle of water. It's really important to stay hydrated as we move. So without further ado, we're going to get moving. So for this first section, what I want us to do is we're going to take a little bit of time to kind of center our thoughts and our focus. And we want to take a little bit of time to just really work on that good posture. So as we get started, I want you to make sure that you have a firm chair. It can be a wooden chair, it can have a small cushion on it. And I want you to take a chance right now to slide yourself forward a little bit off of your chair. So you can't see it here from the way I'm sitting, but if I were to turn profile, what you would see is that there's a gap between my back and the back of the chair. And you'll see that I'm seated nice and tall with my ears stacked above my shoulders and my shoulders stacked above my hips. My feet are going to be nicely planted on the ground, and I want to create a nice solid foundation as I come into this place where I'm going to work on centering my breath and focusing my thoughts. So I'll come back to face you, and I want you to take that really nice, easy posture for me. And I want you to just let your hands rest gently on your lap. And I want you to think about that nice tall posture. So I want you to bring your shoulders up, back, and down, and slide them low. Now at this point in time, if you would like to, you can allow your eyes to close just a little bit, or you can find a soft gaze at a fixed spot out in front of you. And I want you to just slowly start to work on how your breath fills your lungs, and the exhale and the release as you let any tension drop away through your shoulders. So as we work together here, I want you to take an easy inhale, drawing the breath in through the nose, filling the lungs, drawing the breath all the way down through the belly and the chest. And then easily exhaling, allowing the shoulders to drift softly away from the ears, allowing the breath to soften, allowing tension to release, and then allow yourself to work through that breath cycle a few times. I want you to draw in easily, filling the lungs completely. Exhale gently and softly, allowing yourself to relax and just sink a little bit deeper. Now, as we continue on that breath path, I want you to take a minute to think about a thought or a word that you would like to take with you as we leave this time together. Maybe it's something like patience, or positivity, or comfort. Whatever your thought is, or whatever you hope to get out of our time together and out of this little practice of centering, I want you to just think about that word. Think about the way you want to feel on the other side of our time together. Focus on a few more easy breaths, drawing in and filling the lungs, and thinking about your word or your thought that you want to help carry you through the rest of your day. Give me 3 more easy breath cycles right here. And then on your next breath, if you've allowed your eyes to close or shutter, I want you to just open your eyes gently, bringing with you that thought or that focus that you had early on. And I want you to just take a minute right here on the next breath to add a little bit of active energy to the body. I want you to draw the shoulders up towards the ears on the easy inhale, and exhale, release, letting the shoulders roll back and down away from the ears. Very gently creating space and releasing tension that might be held in the neck and in the shoulders. Give yourself 1 more breath, drawing in here, shoulders coming up. Exhaling, releasing, down and easy, drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Now, sitting nice and tall on your next breath, I want you to create a little bit of movement in the spine. So what you're going to do is you're just going to allow yourself what we call, they call a cat-cow pose. I want you to inhale and lift the chest, letting the chest lift nice and high. And on your exhale, I want you to round through the spine. Just allowing yourself to pull the belly button in to bring the shoulders in. Lift up, easy inhale. And exhale down and pulling through your spine. Allow yourself to work through that cat-cow about 3 more times for me, lifting gently and finding length in the chest, the shoulders, the back, and then exhaling, rounding through. Now, if you've been spending a lot of time working at your desk or maybe a little bit more time watching Netflix than you want to, this is a really great opportunity to just focus on your posture, focus on your spine, and focus on some movements. Nice, easy breath. Now on your next exhale, release back around, and then inhale and very gently come to neutral. So you're coming back to that place with the shoulders stacked right over top of the hips and the ears stacked right on top of the shoulders. Now really gently here, I want you to take the arms up and I want you to inhale, reach nice and long through the center, finding a little bit of length from the fingertips down through the sits bone, so down through your chair. Exhale, releasing the arms down and around. And let yourself reach up and through about 3 to 5 times here. Just nice, easy breath. Nice inhale. Exhale, releasing the shoulders down away from the ears. 2 more, easy inhale. Exhale, smooth release. And 1 more time. Nice length to find in the spine right here. And exhale, release. Now as we work here, before we start to do a lot more movement, I want you to draw your hands in towards your chest. Just really easily bring the hands into center, take a nice easy inhale, and start to separate the fingers one at a time. If you've been spending a lot of time at a keyboard or maybe a lot more cooking than you're used to doing at home, your hands might feel a little bit stiff. So it's a really good opportunity to just practice moving the fingers, allowing yourself to just open up and kind of just stretch everything out a little bit. And then give your hands a little bit of love. Reach and rub right through the tops of the hands, or that meaty part of the hand right underneath the fingers, down through the bottom of your hand as well. Just kind of give them a nice easy rub, especially like I said, if we've been doing a lot of those activities maybe at our keyboards or in our kitchens that haven't been a lot of our focus. This is just a really great opportunity to show your hands a little bit of love and appreciation for all that they let you do. So then very gently, I want you to release the hands back down to the knees, and we're gonna work on just some mobility through the spine again, but now adding a little rotation. So I want you to inhale, reach your hands up, and I want you to exhale, I want you to let your hand reach forward towards your right knee, and I want you to just take a little spin and kind of just look over your shoulder just a little bit. And inhale, find a little more length. Exhale, try and twist just a little bit more. Then on your next inhale, come back to center, and right or left, it doesn't matter. I want you to exhale, I want you to reach down towards the other knee, take a turn, and look over your shoulder. Allow your next breath to let you find some more length, and exhale, find a little more rotation. We're gonna do this 1 more time for each side. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, finding a nice easy turn. Inhale, find some more length. Exhale, try and look a little bit further over that shoulder, and then reach up to the center. Exhale, rotate and take a turn. Look over your shoulder. Inhale, find some more length, and exhale, try and turn a little bit further. On your next inhale, draw your hands high overhead. Find that length again through the spine, making sure that we're stable through the feet, through the belly. Pull the hands down to center and let yourself take an easy exhale, bringing your hands to center. We're gonna take a few more breaths right here in this centered place. We're gonna grab a drink, and then we're gonna work to come up out of the chair to find a little bit of opportunity to strengthen through the legs and work on some balance. All right, so now we're gonna take our work from our chair up to standing. So before we do that, if you haven't done so, I want you to reach down, I want you to make sure that you're getting a drink of water. It's really important that we stay hydrated and that we use movement to help move fluids through our bodies. So we're gonna do that right now. So grab a drink before we go. And then allow yourself to come right back to center. And I want you to think about that nice firm foundation we talked about with all four corners of the feet opening up into the ground. And I want you to bring your hands down to your side. For just a second, I want you to reach, inhale, reach up. And exhale, let your hands come down your side. Nice, easy inhale. And an exhale, release. And on the next one, I want you to put a little bit of pressure right through the feet. And I want you to inhale and try and find yourself coming up to standing just a little bit. And I want you to exhale, I want you to release back down to the chair. So we're gonna work just a few times on that movement of coming from seated to standing, or as I demonstrate, from standing back down to the chair. I want you to practice two more just like this. Nice, easy reach forward, and then an exhale to release. And this time I want you to come and allow yourself to come all the way up to that little pretend chair where you're just gonna kind of just sit back and start to feel some muscles in the legs start to light up. So we really wanna focus on how we're starting to draw some heat in through the legs and how we're starting to warm the body and get ready for work. I want you to exhale one more time. Try this time not to sit all the way down. And then inhale, stand up nice and tall. Let your fingers reach all the way above your heads. And exhale, release down. Now while we're here, I want you to take an opportunity to find a little more length through the spine, a little more length through the whole body. So in your next breath, I want you to inhale, reach your both arms above the head, and then on an exhale, allow one arm to drift down to the side. As you allow that arm to reach the side, inhale, lift the other side over, and try and find yourself with a nice, easy tip in your spine, creating space between each of your ribs and a little bit of length through that side of the body. Then inhale to center. Exhale, reach the arm down. We do the same movement, inhale. Exhale and let the other arm reach down to the side. And then inhale, find a little bit of length. And exhale, easy tip. So we're just gonna take this time right here to just find a little bit of length in our sides. Exhale, release. Let's do the other side again. Inhale, reach nice and long through the fingertips. Exhale, reach it down and tip over to the side. Very nice reach through the side of the body, kind of stretching everything out, still maintaining that connection to the floor with both feet. One more time, inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, drop the other arm. And then a nice, easy tip, reaching from fingertip all the way down into the ground through the feet that are firmly planted. And exhale, release. Bring both arms back to the center, to the sides, and inhale one more time. Allow yourself to sink back like you're trying to sit in an imaginary chair. Exhale, come up. Give me about 3 of those. Just easy sink back. Exhale, stand up. So finding that length and that strength and that warmth in the legs as you press down through all 4 corners of the feet and reaching up nice and long. So I'm gonna turn for you right now, profile, so you can see what I'm doing. You can stay right where you are, but I want you to come behind your chair at this time. So all we're gonna do is create just a little bit of movement here and a little bit more warmth. So I'm gonna be profile facing my chair, and all you're gonna do is just step back about maybe a stride from your chair. So just a nice, easy step back. And I want you to inhale and reach nice and high. And then on your exhale this time, I want you to let your hands come to your chair, and I want you to give yourself a little tip over. Then inhale, reach up. And exhale, do it again. A nice, easy reach down to the chair. And reach nice and tall. One more time, exhale, release, let your hands come down to your chair, tip back here. And then allow yourself to round your back just a little bit. Just bring the belly up. And inhale, lift, open the chest. Drop the tail. One more time, exhale, nice, easy lift. Inhale, come forward. Now bring yourself to a neutral spine, so you've got a nice, long, flat back. And allow one of your feet to step forward and allow the other one to step back a little bit. So we call this a warrior pose. So you can stay right here behind your chair. knee stacked over ankle, and you're just gonna stand up nice and tall. Let your shoulders face the same direction as your hips, and if you have it available, reach up nice and long. So this is our traditional warrior one pose, just reaching nice and long, finding a little strength and stability here, pulling everything into the middle of those legs, staying nice and strong, rooting down through your feet. And then on an exhale, I want you to turn and open. We call it warrior two, but just this nice easy stretch and this opportunity to just use your legs for balance and support here, and then reaching the fingertips long. Think about taking up space for me, okay? So you just stretch the fingers from one wall to the other, and you're gonna work on creating a little bit of strength and stability for the legs. So if we've been spending a lot of time seated today, this is just a place to kind of come in and hold and work on a little bit of strength for the legs. Then inhale, sweep your arms around front, go back to that warrior one. And then I want you to exhale, reach your hands forward and step your foot back so you find that easy fold again. Inhale, lift up for me. Inhale, reach nice and long. And exhale, come back forward and down and through. Now step that same foot forward again, one more time. Turn that back foot so your heel draws a line right down to the center of the arch of your back foot. Reach the arms right overhead, so we go back to that first warrior pose. If you need to, your hands can stay right on your chair back, or you can reach up nice and long. And then exhale, open up your chest. Just kind of give yourself a nice, easy turn to the side. Create a little opening through the chest and working that strength in those legs. Make sure that we're allowing ourselves to create a nice, strong core here in the middle. We don't want to just let our belly just fall forward. We want to stay nice and centered, pulling shoulders over hips, fingers reaching long to the side. Then sweep the arm around, find that warrior one again, and exhale, step back, and give yourself that nice easy tip. Now we're gonna do that same movement for the other side. You can stay right where you are. I'm gonna turn my chair just so you can kind of see me from the side and not the back. So you're gonna give yourself that step back from your chair, that easy tip forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tip back through. And then give yourself that step forward with the other foot, dropping the other foot behind, so your heel is drawing that line right down to the center arch of your foot. Reaching up and finding that nice warrior lunge right here. So you're in this nice long position where your fingertips are reaching long into the ceiling, you're grounded in your legs, and you're letting your knee come over the ankle. The back legs are anchored down, so that outside edge of that foot is anchored into the floor. Then exhale, turn and open for me. Create that warrior two space where you're taking your shoulders, stacking them over your hips, creating that nice square shape right here. Then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop your hands down and through. Spring your feet back, find your tip over. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, come back down to the center. And we're gonna do the same thing again, stepping forward and through, letting your foot come in and reach up. Inhale, nice and long, reach the fingers to the ceiling, back foot is grounded, pulling and staying nice and strong through your center. Exhale, release here. So shoulders drop away from the ears, stack over the hips, fingertips reach off into the distance, and you create strength and stability in the legs as you hold that nice, easy warrior two position. Then allow yourself to come back to center. Inhale right here. Exhale, take a step forward, step the legs back, drop through. Take a big breath, inhale, and exhale, easy does it. So what we're gonna work on next is a little bit of balance. So I want you to turn side on to your chair. I want you to have your chair available to you for stability and support as we go. Balance is really important for all of us to work no matter what our age, from the time we're small children all the way through our old age, because balance is one of those things that's critical in everything we do, especially if we think about how we walk and we shift. That's a balance shift. And so we want to practice balance here in this space, just like we would practice any other strength kind of movement or any other movement. So I want you to have the chair off to the side. I want you to take one toe and I want you to bring your toe to the ground. And then very easily, just turn your knee out to the side. So you can practice balance right here, hand on the chair, toe on the floor, or you can bring your foot up. So you have the sole of your foot pressed into the inside of your leg, and you can stay low, down on the calf, down on the floor, or if you have the range available to you, you can bring your foot all the way up onto the thigh. I don't recommend that you put the foot against the knee. That puts a lot of stress on your knee, but you can just easily come here and practice what they call tree pose in yoga. So standing nice and tall, again, not allowing that hip to drop out. We want to make sure that we're lifting up, and think about someone picking you up through the top of your head with a string. Practicing your balance here. I want you to just easily reach the fingertips up if that's available to you. You can always have one hand on the chair. We're gonna just work our balance nice and easy here. I want you to try and hold this position for 3 easy breaths. So a nice easy inhale and a nice exhale. Taking your gaze to a spot out in front of you that's fixed, allowing you to focus on that balance, that lift up through the crown of the head, that nice balance through all 4 corners of the foot. And then on your next exhale, easy release, and let it come down. We're gonna work our balance on the other side. So like I said before, I'm gonna let my chair move so you can see me on both sides, but this time I want you to take the other foot and I want you to turn it out. So you can start, as we had displayed earlier, with the toe on the ground, hand on the chair, hand on the chair, toe off the ground, toe off the ground, hand off the chair, and you can start right easily in the middle. And as you're ready, allow yourself to reach up long through the fingertips. And we work right here with that breath and that stability and that balance. So lifting up long through the crown of the head, making sure we're pulling everything into the middle, putting a little pressure between that foot and the inside of the leg. Easy breaths for 3, 2, and release. Exhale, release everything back to middle. So we've done a little bit of standing work. We've done a little bit of balance work. Now we're going to transition back to our chair to do some final stretches before we finish for the day. So now we're going to wrap everything that we've done up with some nice seated stretches. So we're going to just come on down back onto our chair, and we're going to work on some stretches for everything in the lower body and some really great stretches for the upper body as well. So first to start, I want you to allow yourself to just take a big step off the side of your chair like you're swinging yourself out of a car. And I want you to let your leg in front come down towards the ground. So you're nice and supported through that back leg, and you're just letting that front knee reach towards the ground. So you should feel a nice stretch in the quadricep in the front of that leg and in the hip. And on a deep in that stretch, just take a big inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling here, and let that hip come forward just a little bit so you feel this nice opening for the front of the leg. And I want you to give yourself about 3 easy stretches here. Now if the stretch gets to be too intense, you can always release off of it. Or if it's not enough, let yourself push the hips forward just a little bit more so you feel that nice, easy stretch for the front of the leg. Then we're gonna release, nice and easy. Exhale. Allow yourself to turn back through center and step the other leg out to the side. So you allow yourself to let that hip reach down toward, or that knee reach down towards the ground, and we're gonna open the hip, reaching the arm up long overhead. Still thinking about that nice posture where we have the ear stacked over the shoulder, shoulder stacked over the hip. Everything works together and we let ourselves push forward through the hip. Now you can take this arm long overhead and reach and create a little more length right here. Allow yourself 3 easy breaths. When you reach that 3rd breath on your exhale, just allow your arm to float back down to the ground and allow yourself to come back to center. So we worked on stretching out the fronts of the leg and the hip. Now I want you to step that foot out in front. And I want you to think about stretching out the back of the leg. So from this position right here, let your hands come to the top of your bent leg. And I want you to just tip forward nice and easy until you start to feel a little pull and a little lengthen through the back of that leg. Same thing applies here. I want you to turn the chest towards the toe. Let the chest come forward. Let your gaze reach over the front of your shoe. And allow yourself to come forward as far as you're able, where you feel that nice easy stretch for the back of the leg. And again, 3 to 5 easy breaths, reaching the chest forward, opening up the back of the leg. Your next breath, come on forward, come on back, step that leg back in, feels really nice after you stretch that out, and step the other one out. Same principle, so nice long length here, head to tail, and then tip and reach the chest forward, like someone was pulling your shoulders forward. We're not rounding through the upper back, but we're thinking nice long stretch here, tipping and reaching the chest forward over the front toes. 3 to 5 easy breaths again here, working to stretch out the back of that leg. This is probably one of my favorite stretches. It feels really good just to kind of open up all that big muscle back there in the back of the leg. And then inhale, come to center, and we're gonna bring the feet back side by side. We wanna take our stretch now into the glutes a little bit more, so into the back side and into some of that hip. So I want you to very easily, you have a couple options. Ankle over shin, or ankle over knee, right here, nice and easy. So we call it a figure 4 stretch. You can bring your hands down to both sides of your chair, and you should start to feel a little bit of opening for this hip. Then on your next inhale, find that length, long head to tail, and then exhale, allow yourself to tip forward just a little bit, letting the chest reach forward, and you should start to feel a little bit of opening for that hip on that crossed over leg. So again, here, really taking your time to just enjoy the stretch, to enjoy this opportunity, to just release everything that might be tight, any tension you might be feeling, just letting it kind of drop away. Sometimes we carry a lot of tension in our hips, and this is a really nice opportunity to stretch those out. Inhale, find that length and that height. Exhale, release the leg, and then allow the other leg to come forward. So this stretch can be done down low or up high. I've showed you the up high version before. Now this time, if you just don't have the mobility to bring that ankle up over the knee, you can absolutely do the stretch here. And same thing applies. You're just gonna give yourself a nice little tip forward and let yourself feel that stretch through that hip of that crossed over leg. Easy release right here, just tipping forward, finding length through the spine, so we're not rounding in through the back. We're lifting long, picking up, and then reaching the chest forward. Easy stretch. And then inhale, when you're ready, find your height to come out of the stretch. So to finish up the lower body, I want you to take a little bit of time right here to just kind of let your toes rock easily. And I know it looks really simple and really silly, but just a great way to kind of finish up and kind of stretch out those lower legs and work a little bit through the feet. And then allow yourself to maybe make some rotations with the ankles. So you're drawing an edge on the sides of your feet. So letting the feet just reach out and in, and letting just all 4 corners of the feet come down around. And then do it the other way. So you roll those feet out and around, getting those nice easy stretches right here. So bring your feet back to neutral. And then we want to give ourselves a little bit of time to stretch out the upper body a little bit. So we carry tension a lot of times in one of 2 places. Generally it's our hips or our shoulders. And so I want to make sure that we take a little bit of time to stretch the upper body as well. So very easily, I want you to take your arm in front of you, and I want you to pull it around and just gently press the arm across the body so you feel a nice stretch for that shoulder. 3 to 5 easy breaths. That's the name of the game today. 3 to 5 easy breaths for each of these movements. Nice stretch. And then release it. Allow the other side to come across and pull through the shoulder, driving the shoulder away from the ear, pulling the arm across the body. So again, helping get rid of some of that tension that's felt in the shoulders and pulling it through. And then exhale, release. And then I want you to very gently take one hand, hold onto your chair, allow the other arm to lengthen, and let your ear reach over to your shoulder. So you feel this nice long length from fingertip through the head and through the shoulder. So nice, easy reach here. And if you have it, you can always reach your arm a little bit further behind you, but you can just stay right here and anchor it very easily. Then come to center, head stays up, reach the arm out, and then tip away. So you start to feel this great amount of length from the neck, ear, and shoulder all the way down through the fingertip. So releasing those shoulders, come back up to center. And I want you to take your hands behind you now. And I want you to grab the sides of your chairs if it's available to you. And I want you to let yourself just come forward just a little bit. So we start to feel this awesome stretch. And if you can, slide your fingers up further through the chest, so through the front of the body. We want to give ourselves this great opportunity to open up the chest, to stay nice and long from the head through the crown of the head, all the way through the tail. Opening up. Easy breaths right here, drawing in gently through the nose and exhaling through the nose or the mouth, whichever works better for you today. Then release yourself there. And I always like to end my time right here like this. So I want you to take your right arm out in front, and I want you to bring it over to your left shoulder, and then take your left arm and tuck it underneath. So you give yourself this little hug. And right now, it's really maybe hard to find a hug from anyone who you know physically. So you're gonna give yourself just this little opportunity to stretch out your back and give yourself a little bit of a hug. Just open up the upper back. Easy breaths right here. Allow your chin to come down towards your chest to feel lengthened through the back of the neck. And then after those breaths, easy inhale, and we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. So we switch the way those arms cross over each other, reaching as far back as you're able. So it might be shoulder, it might be back of the shoulder. It's wherever your body's able to go. Easy inhale. Exhale at the chin, come down forward, and try and give yourself just that nice, easy hug that you didn't know you needed. One more easy breath right here. And then unwind the arms. And then I want us to take a minute as we come to our time to being done. I want us to come back into that place where we talk about and think about that intention that we had earlier when we started our time together today. So bring your hands to your lap. Allow yourself to find that easy posture again. And this time, notice how you feel. Hopefully you'll feel more space in your shoulders. You'll feel yourself allow to sink deeper into your chair. And allow yourself to feel a little bit heavier as you sink down and release. And if it's something that you're comfortable with, allow your eyes to close easily here. And think back to that intention that you started today with, that thought or that word, whether it was patience, whether it was comfort, whatever your word for the day was, strength, confidence, whatever you need to finish your day strong and well and healthy. Draw your breath in and focus on that word or that intention. And easily release, letting the eyes stay closed here for me for 3 easy breaths. Inhaling, drawing in kinds of good energy in towards the middle. And exhaling, releasing any stress or tension that you still have remaining. One more breath here, nice and easy. And on your next exhale, I want you to allow your eyes to gently open. I want you to take your fingertips on an easy breath and reach high overhead, gathering all of the positive thoughts and energy that you have. Exhale, draw your hands right to your center. And we'll finish our day. Thank you so much for your time. Have an awesome day. We'll see you soon.